YouTube, my name is Ty with the Dividend Star King with another video. And before I begin, I'm not a financial advisor or giving financial advice. This is all my personal opinion. And I feel like the title of the video, I think the video title will be YieldMax is for the people. YieldMax is for the people. And the reason I say is because they are. I remember when YieldMax came out, they was paying monthly. They had Tesla, ORK, and another one. I wasn't sure. Another one. And then it came out with other funds, right? And they paid once a month. They paid, I believe, the second week of the month, right? So what I did was I staggered my portfolio. Remember back then, the first week was Defiance. Defiance paid the first week of the month. And then YieldMax paid the second week of the month. And then the third week of the month was Curve. And the fourth week of the month was Clip. And I had it set up where I get a dividend every week. So I bought Clip, Tesla, I bought QQY, and I bought Curve Fund, I believe. Then YieldMax heard the responses from the people. They wanted to be paid weekly. They wanted to, they're making new funds. But the problem was all their new funds come out on the same day. They all get paid on the same day, right? So like, why buy this fund when this fund is cheaper and paid the same day? So what they did was they staggered the payments. They staggered their funds. So they had a Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D. There's a certain. I think it was like the first week was. I'm not even sure. Was it? I know the third week was Coney and ULTY, and the fourth week was Misty, and the second week was, I forgot what it was. It wasn't a strong one. It wasn't nothing like YBit, and the first week was Tesla. So they took their strongest ETF and had it on every day of the week. So if you wanted to get paid the fourth week of the month, you buy Misty. If you want to get paid the third week of the month, you buy Coney, and so forth. But they listened to their investors. They broke it up. The people wanted a fund of funds. People wanted a fund where I don't want to guess what your max fund I want. I want to buy everything. They created YieldMax. So you can have all of your max funds in one fund, which is a true ETF. Because back in the day, an ETF was a basket of stocks in one stock. Like you go to Walmart and go the oatmeal aisle and you get a pack of oatmeal, but you have the variety pack, which had the banana, cream, peaches, blueberry, raspberry, maple. You have all flavors in one box. That's an ETF to me. So that was a true ETF. They created the YieldMax. They got YMAG. He wanted the Magnificent Seven. They created funds that pay 25%. People complain about the yield, or the yield's too high, and it burns the NAV. They created the 15% yielders. They created the 15% yielders, pay monthly. They are really big and listen to the consumer. They redid ULTY about 3-4 times now. They changed the strategy because they heard people's concerns. They changed strategy 3-4 times. YieldMax, they changed that strategy to include other YieldMax funds in it. They now all the single stock payers pay every week. So you can pay every Friday. So they have funds that pay Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So now you can pay every week. Because they listen to the consumer. The consumer wanted weekly funds, and they provided weekly funds. YieldMax listens to the consumer. They do. They're a great company, and they were the first ones to really create this high yield space. I think Round Hill was the first ones that did the weeklies, and they follow suit. They got weeklies on the whole index. If you want a whole index, they got it. All 3 indexes, they have it. Single stock, they have it. They have the shorts. If you are short, they have Fiat, they have Crash, they have Winter. They have short versions of their ETFs. Um, they're a great company. YieldMax and their traders deserve the flowers now because they are a great company. They listen to their investors. They are a great company. They change their strategies all the time. They change it. They do reverse splits when they have to. They don't want to do a reverse split, but when they do a reverse split, they came out and say, you know what? It does not change anything. It just changes the price of the ETF and that's it. Your value stays the same, and that is true. Your value don't change. Jay said, like I watched Jay back in the day, he said, instead of you getting 10 ones, you get a $10 bill. Nothing changes, which is the same value. So you got 5 ones, we'll give you a $5 bill. It's the same thing. No different. Which makes sense. That's how I break it down to people over a split. Instead of 10 ones, you have a $10 bill. So I do like they break that stuff down. But they're huge now. And I thank YieldMax for coming out and doing right by the investors. Because a lot of people say YieldMax is trash, YieldMax is bad, they're the worst company, NAV erosion. But these guys literally, when people complain and have a concern, they fix it. We want it weekly, they got it weekly. If you want to break it up by week, they broke it up by week. If you want a yield, 25% yield and keep the NAV stable, they have those funds. If you want to fund the fund like YieldMax, YieldMax, they got it. If you want a covered call on the whole index, they have it. Right? So they've answered the bell for everyone. So I had a complaint, and also with me, and when I heard about portfolios a while ago, I own these stocks, but you showed me YieldMax did this. $20,000 invested, $33,000 in dividend income. I am up $14,000, primarily 95% from YieldMax. So thank you, YieldMax, because I didn't sell my ETFs when people told me to sell it. Tesla's bad. Tesla's trash. It's going to zero. NAV erosion, capital erosion. Your principal's going down. It's going to zero. It's trash. It's a scam. They're returning back your money. I did not listen to those people. I held Tesla. I've held Coney. I've held Missy. I did not sell a single share. All I did was buy and hold and buy more. And I reaped the reward today because you look at how much I received dividends. I made all of my money back thanks to YieldMax. I made all of my money back. Let me say it again for the people who says YieldMax is a scam, YieldMax is trash, NAV erosion, capital erosion, a yield trap, returning back your money, you get no upside. They're a horrible company. YieldMax has pinned back all of my money. The numbers don't lie. What I invested and what I received, even if snowballs off a couple $1,000s, I'm still up $14,000, $13,000, $12,000, and 95% is YieldMax. So thank you, YieldMax, because I didn't sell when people panic sold when the reverse split happens. You know what I did? Reverse split happens, I bought more. When it was $6 UTY, I bought more and kept on buying it and held it and reinvest what I can and took out cash when I needed the cash. And now I'm still getting, by next week, this should say $34,000 or close to it next week. I'm getting dividends Thursday and Friday. And I love it. And I'm continue, as long as I hold the ETF from YieldMax, they will continue to pay me. Full blown stop. So I am happy where I'm at. I invested 20 grand. I got back $33,000 total. I'm up $14,000 in profit. And the very best thing is, I'm still getting paid today. I'm getting paid this week. I'm getting paid the following week. By this time next year, I probably made $4,000 to $5,000. I could stop investing in it altogether and get paid $4,000 to $5,000. I'm out pretty soon. I'm gonna get paid double what I can pay because I didn't sell. I don't follow the crowd when they say sold it. It's trash. It's garbage. They're saying these funds are trash or garbage, but the same token, these guys are, every time the investor want weekly pay, they did it. When they want to fund the funds, they did it. When they wanted to bring up their monthlies to bring it up, they did it. They wanted a safer yield, they did it. They want a higher yield, they did it. URTY started URTI. It started KLDY. Those two guys followed YieldMax. YieldMax was the first to do shorts. They're the first to pick a basket of stocks. I love URTY. That's why I love it. I love that fund because I don't gotta do cover calls. They'll do it for me. They'll do it. They'll pick the funds with the high volatility, do cover calls, put spreads, cover call spreads, whatever they do, and they'll pay me a dividend every week. I love it. Hands off money, and they do all the hard work. So thank you, YieldMax. I want to say thanks to YieldMax. You're not trash or garbage. In my household, we're fans. I'm a big fan of YieldMax. I would never sell my YieldMax. I still buy more on YieldMax. They are, to me, I'm not giving financial advice. To me, these funds have paid off because I capital gain is $17,000, but I made $33,000 dividends, and I'm still making money. Thanks for watching.